Hey guys, Czar here checking in with you. Hope all is well. It's 10:35 a.m. First day back from vacation. Had one trade this morning at around 5:10 a.m. during the UK session. Nice 86-point win. The video's there on YouTube, of course, and posted on Twitter and in my Telegram group. Watching the Dow now. Bearish day. All three indices are down over 1%, 1.4 for the NASDAQ, 1.1 and 1.3 for the S&P and Dow respectively. Watching the 30-minute chart here on the Dow. So we've driven down and slammed into a zone here, try to reject, came down again to the next zone, and now looking to make another attempt. This is another clean traffic area here. It goes way back many days to here. If we break and close below here, this thing could go a lot lower, or significantly lower. This the amplitude of this zone, by the way, is 319 points. Just this zone alone, we're currently down 472 points. We could absolutely find support here and then drive back up. Who knows? We will just believe what the market's telling us, react, and look for our setups, our being mine, of course. And take a look at the S&P here as well. Same sort of thing happening here. Tapped the zone, tried to rally, coming back down again, we'll see. And then of course the NASDAQ also negotiating some zones here before hitting another clean traffic area. Below that we got some mess, but plenty of room to move here. I'm going to stay focused on the Dow. It seems to have a nice clean move here today. Oops. And I'm going to stay here. I'll put you on pause for now. We'll come back. If anything develops here, we'll work it through together. Pause. All right, back, guys. Just entered. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to click the pause release button to show my entry, but here it is. And it's probably going to pull back anyway. Right there. There we go. Long. The Dow. This is my starting, my beginning, stop, and target. It's the 1 minute chart you're looking at right there. On the right hand side. It's the 10-minute chart on the left-hand side. Very bearish daily candle, as you can see. And here I am going long. You might be wondering why. Well, let's take a look at the three sisters first of all. And what you'll see is that we became very overextended, or at least extended, not necessarily overextended, down to the 2.5 standard deviations on the NASDAQ, and something similar over here on the other two. And then finding some basing and consolidation on all three of them. Give it this nice long basing period on all three, here, here, and here. And they're beginning to break above here on the Dow of the two moving averages that you see, of course, with now a positive moving average configuration. That means prices are above both, and the 9 is above the 21. And it's looking like it wants to try to make some kind of an attempt at the upside. We'll see if it can actually do that. Excuse me. I just muted the microphone. Had to cough there for a moment. Some dry air in here. I've also got a fan going behind me. It tends to tickle my throat and make me cough sometimes. Not sure why. I'll put put you on pause for now, bring you back. And we're back, finally making the move up. Been kind of grinding sideways here for quite a while, and now we're starting to make that shift. Show you the three sisters. You can see it here, trading above the EMAs, positive moving average configuration, making its trip back towards VWAP. It's got a long way to go. Let me just see how many points that is. We're looking at about 95 points on the Dow to get back to VWAP, but it's 11:15. This is around the time of day when that would typically happen, if it's going to happen. And that's really at the crux of what this trade is about. Time of day, VWAP reversion, and so on and so forth. But we will keep watching this thing develop. Seeking 1R at this point as a first target. It's my new way of showing, or at least a way I'm going to test and experiment showing trades. My other trade this morning at 5:10 a.m. showed the same thing. But this is to facilitate the various different models of that traders may have in terms of in-trade management. I typically don't take partials. I will usually take the entire target for the entire piece, but I know that many traders do. And so if you're looking at setups like mine, if you want to learn my style of day trading and setups, then you can possibly facilitate your partial taking methodology with the similar or same setups. And so here's an idea where you can get maybe some might move their stop to break even or tighten their stop at 1R, or they may take full profits or partials at 150, at 1.5R, and so on and so forth. So just showing all of these and see how far this thing will go. All right, pause. So just tagged 1R. And some traders may move their stop to break even here, being at 1R, or they may move to, they may just split their loss in half down to here, or up to there, if you will. They may take half of their profits at 1R and let the rest run. They may take half their profits at 1R and move the rest to break even. Many different ways to do it. Right? This is about facilitating different models. Advancing now to 1.5R. I'm personally targeting 1.5R on this for the entire trade. See if we get there. Put you on pause in the meantime. All right, let's go take a look at the 30-minute chart. Some zone revisions here. So this one can be moved down to here. Now that we have a pivot in place, can remove this and leave the others where they are. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in this 30-minute candle. I'll be watching that very closely. Let's go over to the S&P. Drop that. Leave that where it is. NASDAQ. Delete. Delete. Shift up. Delete. Let's try that again. And replicate. Let's go check out the scene over here. Yep, clean traffic. Leave that exactly as it is. Just like that. Back to the Dow. and back on pause. All right, guys, we're back. I'm actually deciding, now that I'm seeing this action here and on the 30-minute chart in particular, I'm no longer targeting 1.5. I'm going to target the full 2R on this one from my own account. We'll see where that goes. I think it's strong enough now that we can get there. It's 11:30. Europe is just closed. UK, Frankfurt, all done. But I think we've got enough pizzazz here to keep this thing going a little further. Pause. And we've tapped 1.5R. I actually shifted this down about half a point because it was a little too high. But tapped 1.5. Some traders would move their stop to 1R here. Some would move it to break even this late in the game. It may trail underneath the pivot. Different ways to do this. Again, I'm just throwing out ideas to facilitate different models. Pause. All right, just grinding around at this point. We are in the twilight zone more or less. It's 11:39. Europe is essentially closed. What I will tell you is that this target, by the way, this 2R target, why I'm extending it from my original 1.5, which was hit, by the way, is because this is still within VWAP. And I'll show it to you. You'll see that my target is 230, 35,230. If we go over to the VWAP screen, you'll see that VWAP is sitting at 275. So I'm only trying to get here to right here, just a little bit more here for the 2R instead of just 1.5R. Back on pause. And we're back. Well, maybe that wasn't the right decision. Price is pulling back after tapping exactly my original target and not pulling back. My stop is at break even, by the way, just to be very clear on that. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I might not have. But you'll often see me, if you watch my 600 videos, you'll see me do that at this kind of an extension. Back on pause, stops at break even, and now waiting. And watching. All right, gang, I have to step out now for a while. Got an appointment. It's 11:57, almost noon, and we are very much in the twilight zone now. Then we've got this sideways grind, which is fairly typical of the twilight zone. I'm going to stay with this. My stop is at break even. I'm going to pause the video, but I'll bring you back for the conclusion. We'll catch up. Possibly my time, it'll be about an hour or two from now. But we'll see what happened with this trade. Back in a bit. All right, I'm back, and here we are. We hit target 84 points and 2R on that trade. So nice and clean. There was a little bit of sideways action here during the twilight zone, and then eventually at 12:16 p.m., actually right after I had to leave, and then of course we had all this action over here too. But trade worked out, so that's 2 trades today, and going well. Have an amazing day, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support, and for your comments, and for saying hi. And we'll talk soon. Take care.